Right, okay then, I am cracking on now with our Castigator and the time to do the weapons basically. So, we're going to need, get the right sprue, this one here, and we're going to have to basically build up these weapon mounts. So, starting off, we'll kind of head off with the, now this I hate orientating myself, the right one. So we're gonna get out 25 here. I'm hoping these weapons are going to be really easy to build. I would love to have spent a bit of time magnetizing these, but I just can't. It's not really wanted by the person I'm giving it to, so all I need to do is just get this built up. What I'm actually hoping is there's going to be some spare parts at the end of this for the future, because I could just imagine using some of them for a really ornate Bane blade. So let's have a look what happens with that. Now we need 27, 26 and 28, which is 27's over here. 26 over here. And 28, the support. Let's find that. 28, there we go. So there's this one, and then there's the one that we're going to build on the opposite side. These should be nice and simple. It should be nice and simple. Famous last word sometimes, that, isn't it, with me? Hey, this'll be easy. I'm terrible sometimes. So we need to make sure that the gun mount itself is free to wiggle. So make sure you don't accidentally glue that. But overall, you still need to properly glue the gun together. Now, let's just have a quick check about this. This looks like a potentially a targeting light, would be my best guess. So, looking at how this works, I've got this on the top, this goes there. So this part pops into here. And this part slides on the top. So the question is, does the top part get glued? I would say yes. So just be careful, because you only want to glue there. And that way, this is free to manoeuvre, like so. And then this part is now going to go the actual tank itself. Probably a good idea to glue those as well, just on the top, just to add a stable point. There we go. Right, now we've got to just build the next one. So as you can see, it's very simple really. It's nothing. Ooh, the right sprue. So again, we need 31 over here. $35. I've got that right, haven't I? Yes. Then we need the side of the bolters, which is 32 and 33. And then finally this 34. Now then, it is really simple, isn't it? There's no real hassle with this. Just be careful when you're pushing that on, because I can definitely feel like it wants to break on me. And same again. Okay, so that's our side sponsons nicely on. And now it's time to do the turret. So I can only really pick one of these as a turret, so I'm gonna have to make, I think it's gonna look really nice if I go for something along the lines of maybe the double barreled one here. So I've been given a bit of freedom about which one of these I do. So let's start building this turret. So we need B11. I'm trying to stop myself. I'm so tempted to magnetize this, but in my head I'm going, no, don't. You don't have the time or the energy for this stuff right now. Right, let's get... oh, hang on. Let me just double check it. I think I might have gone off in the wrong direction. It's not B11 for this. It's B16, the one I need for the double turret. There's me glad I didn't decide to magnetize this now, because based upon that, it looks like we're going to have a lot of hassle if we try to magnetize this. It's not that I couldn't. 100% certain I can do. I've magnetized so many other things. Right, 17. I mean, I've magnetized an entire night, so I'm pretty certain I could magnetize this. All right, and then we need, so basically we need 20. $21. Now keep 20 and 21 to this side and put 18 and 19 over here. And then what we can do as well is we can probably even get this part out as well ready. So I think this is just one of these where we can just get all the parts out pretty much. So we can get number 2. Is this number 4? Yes, this looks like number 4, doesn't it? And then I think we need B5 and B6, so over here as well. This number 5, put it to this side, number 6, put it to this side. And now I can just get all of these cleaned up all at once. Right. Okay, time for the fun of tidying all this up and getting it together. Oh guys, this is going to be hard. Come on. Oh, it was hard. It's the Brishet said to the verger. blasting away on his VR next door. I can hear him. Kids, you can't beat them. Well, you shouldn't, but... How cool is this? It's so easy to put together as well. I mean, sometimes tanks can be a nightmare. I mean, don't get me wrong, the main shell seems to have a few little issues, I'm going to admit it, with like joining up properly. So I'm going to probably have to really liquid green stuff it later. Come on, tidy up nice. Knock things off. Right, so all we need to do now is pop, oh right, get this right, pop this on here, make sure I get it the right way around, eh? I hate it when you're having to do things like this, and the place that you have to put your weight onto, basically a point where you can't put your weight. I hope I put them the right way up. No, spin them around. This thing's gonna just keep getting knocked, isn't it? Yeah, basically they need to go upwards because they lock into there. seal this up. Now this is what I was worried about, this, making sure that this joins up properly. So you can see it's not always straightforward getting the, see this thing on the front is pain, it just keeps popping off every time. My other worry is that this front piece is just springing backwards every time. Let's see what's going on here. All I can think is that I am not pushing it in properly here and here. Right. So you can see that this part is not giving me, like, it's not settling in properly as it should do. Now what I think's happening is these are not resting all the way down like they're meant to. Just going to make sure that I've tidied them all up properly. So it could just be a matter that they're not tidy enough, and if they're not tidy enough, they will just end up springing back. See, that's a bit better now, you see. So it's possibly that I just hadn't tidied them line up properly, but still it's got a lot of spring back, that, which is why I have a handy little hobby vise here, just in case something decides to give me grief. I'm going to see if I can force it to basically do what I want it to. I'm just going to try and put a bit of pressure on using my hobby vise. I'm not going to show it, but it's going to quickly put a little bit of pressure into it. See if I can force it to close. This is this part now where I'm basically having to go to extreme methods to force it to stay together. Just trying to do it now. Unfortunately, this is the kind of thing you have to do sometimes if a model is giving you a bad attitude. You know, it's literally just like, you will go. I feel like I should just whiz my camera over here so you can have a quick look at what I'm doing, so you can actually see the extreme lengths I'm going to make this hold in place. Yeah, I'll show you. Let's see if I can. It's hard. Fortunately, my camera angle doesn't really allow it, but you can see I've got my vise, and you can see that I'm not wearing exactly the best clothing at the moment because I didn't plan on being on camera. And now I've got to try and position my camera again. There we go. So yeah, all I've done is I've put it in my hobby vise for a second just to see if I can force it to settle. That does appear to have worked. First you don't succeed, apply pressure until it gives up. Right, while I'm letting that dry a bit, because I don't want to delay too much, and I do apologise that I've just shook everything completely and probably made you dizzy. So let's start tidying up these parts while that dries. So I need 10, 8 and 9. Camera's definitely sunk down too low now. 10, 9, 8, be careful, you don't want to try and brace the pointed part against your thumbs while you're cleaning it up. Aside from anything else, A, it might hurt, and B, it'll probably snap those. This part on now is quite interesting. It's going to be one of those where you've got to be careful and make sure it lines up correctly as you do it. To just make sure that it's nice and lined up at the bottom. That should be fine like that. I think I got that the right way around. Yeah, I did. Okay. Shall we see if my vise has succeeded in causing this to submit to its weight? Yeah, there we go. It's popped out a bit there, but I'll probably just green stuff that later on to secure it. And this thing just never wants to stay on because I keep moving it around. Stay this time. Okay. I love the sisters. I mean, you know, they need a pulpit apparently on their tanks. Right, let's check it. So I got that part. And then, right, there's still another bit to go on this, isn't there, by the look of it? Now, what I'm worried about there is the way that there's this gap here that doesn't look right, does it? As if that's hanging slightly off it, but that does not look right to me. Let me just put this last little bit on. So we need number 7 here. Just double checking that I've put them on the right way around, but I definitely have done. Right, let's have a look and see how this settles into here. So no, it's right. It is right. It felt wrong having a gap there, but it is actually correct. So who am I to argue? There we go. And it creates that approach. So there's definitely a little gap there. It feels like there shouldn't be, but it definitely sits as it should do when you do that. Okay, now we've got to just start finishing off the little bits now. So, which for this will just be little things. Oh, I've got to clean up in this little place. And then let's get 40, 41 and 42. Try and move my camera up a bit. So there we go, 40, 41 and 42. Of course, you could build the sister popping out the top if you wanted to. I actually tend to dislike having crew popping out of tanks. The only time I've ever really done it is with my Rogel Dawn that I did. But actually, I'm not particularly inclined towards crew on tanks. It's just the way I am, I suppose. Quite happily leave them off most of the time. And because this tank is going to be used quite a lot, the crew just pose a constant bits falling off risk. Let's pop these on as well now. So, very simple with these hatches, by the way. You just put your glue on either side of those. And then just check this. I want this one on. I'm always trying to like kind of work out on there and a bit glue there just to keep them together. And then this can go on the cupola. Is that the right word? Cupola. Now here's the thing, I've got to kind of put this in a way that looks right, which would probably be like that, so that the hatch would open up side to side. Right, now we're down to just lots of little accessories. So time to add some accessories just to make it a bit more, well, less boring. I'm going to be careful about adding too many accessories to this, just because the person who's getting it is slightly younger and may not, you know, kind of be careful with accessories. Might not, you know, they might break off easily, basically. So 56 and 57, these inquisitorial seals. Then on the front here, and there we go. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm quite fine with leaving it at that, just purely because, as I said, the person who's getting this is a bit younger, so that I don't want to really have them breaking things off all the time. So there we go. You've got a few other accessories you can put on here. So there's things like the kind of like, you've got these ammo boxes if you want to kind of make it look like it's carrying equipment or anything like that. We've got a few other things. We've got, I think, a kind of a missile launcher on the other one, and you can put the smoke launchers on as well, because smoke launchers look quite good too. But there we go. That's how you finish this tank off and do the weapons. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.